Hi, my name's William, and welcome to episode 6 of
CW
That's my little sister, by the way. Shout outs to her. And yeah, I just want to say last episode was a little deeper than most. I really got into talking about how I was doing mentally and where I was at the time. I'm doing better now. I'm doing much better. I'm doing much better. It's incomparable how much better I'm doing. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be episodes like that. There's going to be moments where I'm just going to, share my thoughts and how reality is, because that's why I'm doing this podcast. I'm doing this podcast for people that feel not really like left out, but people that feel, I'm pouring myself a little drink, by the way. People that feel like they're not heard or they're not listened to. And also myself, I feel like I'm not heard or listened to. So I like talking to myself like this. And other people seem to relate. So, it helps. Last episode, we talked about my loneliness and how I was thinking about my ex and all that good stuff. This week was much better in the sense of I feel like I accomplished some things. I did some things. I tried new things. I made a video about a movie I watched, and I really liked it. I really like doing stuff like that. So I'm going to continue doing that. Really just try different things and see how it works out. My ex got me this. It says, "Don't sell yourself short." And that's basically what this episode's about. It's about trusting yourself all the time. And that's what I'm doing. So I quit my job in February, and we're nearing the second month of me having quit my job. And financially, it's not an easy turn. It's not, it's not boom, everything's gonna go great. It's actually kind of difficult because you have to really trust that you're gonna find a way to make money. You have to trust that you are able to keep living. And yeah, I'm not saying that everyone's quitting their job and they're not ready beforehand, but I wasn't as 100% prepared as I thought I was in my head. Like in my head, I was like, "Oh, I got this." I have enough money saved up. The month of February is so small. Everything's going to go right. And lo and behold, February was great. But lo and behold, like March comes in, and like halfway through March, I'm like, oh, like things just started getting dicey. And especially with the acting world, with payments being so delayed, it added to that. So I started hesitating, started doubting myself, started kind of like putting myself on the back burner. I'm like, okay, so this didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to work out. So I guess what we're gonna do is, go back to the drawing board and like get a job. That's where my head was headed. That's where my head was headed. That's English. That's cool. And so I realized that that's what I was gonna have to do, and it wasn't a risk I was willing to take. It was more like it's a necessity. I have to do this because I have to live, right? But deep down, I knew that if I did this, I feel like I'll just go back into the loop, and I'll go back to doing it again and again, and I'll never evolve. I'll never go past the thought of trying something new. I have tried something new. I'm still doing it, but I haven't. In my head, I guess I wouldn't have accepted that I actually went all the way, and that's why I kind of like was really reluctant. I was really holding back, and I still am, because I believe that things are going to work out. I believe in myself, and I trust myself enough to know that with all these fears and doubts and everything that's coming into my mind, there's the end goal that I'm going to get to, and it's going to take some time. It's going to be hard, and I might have to get a job. I might have to trust in someone else so I can trust in myself again. But for now, I'm not gonna, and it seems to have, I guess I could say positive. What would the word be? Positive recurrence. I don't know if that's the word. I don't think that's the word. But positive things seem to be happening because of me trusting myself. I recently got a gig. I say recently, but I haven't done it yet. But I'm gonna be in an advert in 2 days. I mean, I can disclose what advert actually. It's a Telenet advert, so that's really exciting. But again, the acting world pays so late, so it's like I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun, but when is it gonna deliver? And that's I guess that's the main issue. What's cool though, what is really nice is once the first one delivers, and if you do them every now and then, so like every month you do one, then the one prior will deliver, and then it's like a domino effect. They'll all deliver every month, so it kind of becomes a job. And so that's the plan. And technically, when I do this advert, when I do this advert, that means I also will receive the money from the last advert. So it's be like, again, the chain reaction. And that's what's going to get the ball rolling. And that's going to help me make this my job. So that's the plan. And I'm excited for it. But again, that's not what I want to do. I want to be an actor. I don't want to be in adverts only. Advertisement's cool, but no one's going to notice you because of how you drink your coffee. It's like, oh my God. The way he drank his coffee was so artistic. I love it. We need that guy on the show. You can get noticed because you appear regularly. Oh, this guy's got a really nice face, or he's got a nice energy. Clearly because he's been cast so many times. So that's nice. But, acting wise, there's not a lot going on in the advertisement world. But unfortunately so. So I am pleased to announce I got a new email recently. And this one I kind of was like giddy about it. Back in, was it February? I think mid-February or early February, actually. Most likely early February. There was an announcement for an English TV show that I was part of, actually. An announcement that said, yeah, we're looking for people in Belgium with British accents, or so that can do British accents. And so I sent in an audition tape, a self-tape, and they liked it. All I had to do was just introduce myself with an English accent. And so they liked it, and I was really excited. And then they sent me a small script of 3 different characters. And I kind of did it last second, which is really stereotypical of me. I am so lazy, even when it comes to things I really want to do, which is very bad. I'm fixing it. But so yeah, they told me like, yeah, can you send these over? English accent. It's just 3 different scripts. Some of them really small. Like one was 1 line, but it was really playing on your face and how you reacted. And some were a little longer, but mostly the same thing. So they said you had to do 6 videos of the 3. And so 3 of them were like calm, tame, kind of like just the accent and bare minimum acting. And then the other one was, I guess, a bit more exaggerated. which I ended up doing both kind of tame because I didn't really read the prompt that well, sadly. So I kind of like gave up in my head. I was like, okay, too bad. I was like, I did it. At least I reached the second level. I was happy about that. And fast forward to this month. This is the month they're supposed to be shooting. I mean, April is the month they're going to shooting. So I'd assume that they'll tell people early March, yo, get ready. April, we need you. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't get it, but I decided to email them regardless. I was like, yo, I emailed you guys a self-tape, just wondering if you could have any feedback on what I could have done better. Didn't hear back from you. Thank you very much. Best regards. Best regards or kind regards is my end to all emails. And so I sent them that, and they didn't get back to me. I was like, oh, too bad. Like they got more stuff to do with their lives. And rewind yesterday, I think before yesterday, I got the email right in front of me. Let me see. It was before yesterday. They were like, yeah, well, we know you applied for this thing. We don't know if we hit you up or not, but we were wondering if there was an opportunity for you to be a reoccurring agent for our show as an extra. I was like, yes, sir. And so they said, oh, perfect. That's great. I hope you're available. It's from like the 12th of April to like 17th of July. I'm like, that's a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much it pays, but that's a job. And I said I didn't want to get a job unless it was in acting. And this is acting. And it's exactly what I want, because I'm on screen, reoccurring. So I'm going to be on it like what? I don't know how many episodes I'll be on, but I'll be there. And yeah, and I get to know people, meet people, learn new things. Oh, it's low key. It's a dream come true. Like, I mean, this is low key grunt work. It's the beginning. It's really the beginning of the beginning. Because I worked as an extra, and now I'm going to just be a talking extra. But the fact that I'm in reoccurring episodes, or I'll be a staple for the amount of time that they're working, means that I get to network with people, and I get to grow my own knowledge amongst people that have been doing this for I don't know how long, and that's truly exciting, and I can't imagine, had I not trusted in myself, got a job, and then I wouldn't be available for these times. Or I would have to quit the job, but then the job would be like, yo, you already signed a contract, you have to work this month, something like that. I don't know. It's like, it's scary, but it's really motivating, and I'm super ecstatic. I'm really excited to see how this goes. They said I'm on the list, and they'll let me know. So I hope that's the list and not the short list, because the short list is a list that they're allowed to pick from. So it's like a small list of people that they're really interested in. And then they really look at the character that they're working on, and they look at the list, they look at the character, look at the list, and they're like, okay, yeah, no, this guy doesn't work. This guy could work. And, so I hope the list, they didn't say short list. They would have said short list. So they said list. So I'm believing that the list is final. And yeah, that's really exciting. That's my exciting news for the week. I mean, the advert's also really exciting because, listen, everyone and their mom knows what Telenet is. And knowing that I'm going to be like potentially the face or a face in the database of people that have been part of Telenet adverts is pretty cool. I can tell, I won't have to express or explain things. I'm like, yo, this is me. You know what it is. And so that's also really fun. I know that I'm going to be able to use that to my advantage, in the sense of when I apply for roles to do with advertisement, then they know, okay, he's he's been the face of something so big, he has got no problem working with this company or blah blah blah. So that's also really comforting, more or less. But yeah, the dream is still to be on the billboard of like a blockbuster movie, or I just really want to be the main character of a blockbuster movie. That would be so much fun, because like, how many times can you tell people like, oh yeah, I watched the movie, I'm in it, and then like, it's like, oh, you see that little frame right there in the back like corner, that's me. Like, I want it. I'm so excited to just have, just watch the movie. You don't worry about it, just watch you'll see me, and then like I'm headlining or something like that. So that's like a big dream of mine. And the main goal, the top goal, the number one trust in myself dream is being a voice actor and being the main character in a Disney movie or an animated series or an anime. That's right. I don't speak Japanese, but that would be pretty sick. Because then I think then that's it. Like, I don't have to do anything else. That's like, yeah, that's my dream, honestly. If I could just voice act forever, like as a job, and not have to worry about anything. All I have to do is just go to work and talk. And I mean, I love talking. Hey, listen, I've been talking for 16 minutes about myself. So how hard could it be to talk about another character or anything of the sorts? But okay, let's go back to trusting, trusting yourself and trusting what you can do and what you can do. So, me personally, when I went on this journey, and I'm still on the journey, don't get me wrong. I'm not even close to the end. When I went on this journey, I knew that it was going to be hard to trust myself alone. Hence, last week's episode was about my loneliness, because I was really having a hard time just believing in myself again after knowing that I was having monetary issues. I was feeling down, and I just felt like I was lying to myself, because I believed in myself before, and now I'm no longer believing in myself. It's like, what? You can't pick and choose. You have to believe all the way, or you just, never did in the first place. So I was having a lot of doubt. And one thing that really held me and allowed me to be capable to continue believing was my mom and my friends. Honestly, like they told me that they believed in me, and hearing that from someone else really helps the mental, because half the time you think you're alone in the world. Half the time you're like, okay, shit, like, what do I do now? Am I safe? Am I screwed? There's so many levels to doing things alone that it's hard to remember that there's other people sometimes, or vice versa. So there's so many levels to being around people. It's hard to remember that, you can do things alone. And so I'm really grateful to people, just reaching out to me and telling me, good job, or even reminding me, yo, when's the next podcast, or are you still gonna stream today? Are you? In the back of my mind, I used to think it was an annoying thing, but I realized, like, if these people weren't there in my life, half the time I wouldn't do these things. If the people that reminded me, that was a really good video, or are you going to do more of these, or why didn't you do any more? If they didn't care, I think I would stop caring as well. And that's a really bad thing, because I don't do this for anyone else. I do it for me. I trust myself. So when people believe in me, it's even more reassurance. It's like, yo, you trust in yourself, but these people also want to trust in you. So you have to do it. You have, yeah, for them and for yourself, but mostly for yourself, because now people are watching. And this is, of course, this is an acting and content creation business. So it's not often for people that want to become business management, retail, I don't know, go to the gym. I'm not saying you don't have the same amount of, I guess, people looking at you. But if you tell your story to someone, there's a highly likely chance that they'll hit you up with that later on down the line. Like, let's say you tell someone today you're going to go to the gym and you stop going for like a week or and a half afterwards. And they ask you, hey, did you go to the gym today? Or are you still going to the gym? It's going to motivate you to go to the gym. It's going to hold you accountable. And that's, I think, a beauty sort of in having people around you, is you can trust that they will remind you, or they will, be there to tell you, hey, this is good, this is bad. Or they won't say shit and they're useless in that sense. Maybe they're good for something else. That's also a capability. But for the most part, people are there to help you become a better you. Without people, I don't think we could even get close to who we want to be, regardless of what we're trying to do. Except if you're trying to be alone, then, like, if your main goal in life is to be alone forever, people won't help. That's not going to happen, right? That's not a line of work or anything, to be honest. And still, I'm pretty sure people will find a way to enter your life regardless. So yeah, I feel like if you want to trust in yourself, you have to trust in people, at least the close people to you, parents, friends, family, brothers, sisters, if you have any. They're really, I don't know, they're what hold me together, honestly. And there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of doubt in trusting yourself. There's a lot of, okay, so I trusted myself today. Will I trust myself tomorrow? Will I trust myself the day after? I'm trying to stabilize going to the gym for myself right now. And I want to get into meal prepping. And I only want to get into meal prepping because I like cooking. But I know if I get into meal prepping, let's say day 3 of eating the same food, will I be like, I don't want to eat this anymore? So I'm already thinking in the future of not trusting myself, and that's not very healthy, I think. So I'm gonna try and fix that. For the moment, it's all right. It's okay. It's not the worst. But I'm gonna try and fix it and make sure that I get more stabilized in my mind, so that my body feels good when I do things. Going to the gym was actually something I wanted to talk about last week, but I forgot to touch on. Going to the gym is a way for me to think about different things. And so I'm not really doing it for the health benefits, which I should be, which I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to go more often. But I'm trying to do it for the health benefits of just being, I'm just trying to do it for thinking of different things so I can allow my mind to be at peace. And when I'm at the gym, I don't have a lot of distractions like I do when I'm at home. I got my computer, games, anime, cartoons, movies. So when I'm at the gym, it's kind of like my Zen place. I can just think my thoughts through. I can accept them. I can let them through, like one ear through the other if they're trash. It's kind of like meditating for me. And as much as it's very therapeutic, I also feel like it's good for the body. I'm not very gym heavy. I'm not a gym buff, a gym boy. But I get this feeling like, when you step in the gym and you work out, you leave feeling a little alleviated. It's like something gets lifted off your shoulders. Like, oh shit, I did that, and I can do it again tomorrow if I want, but I did it today. And to me, that's more than enough. I'm trying to do it 3 times a week. We talked about it earlier in the first few episodes of the podcast that I was trying to go to the gym consistently, and that fell through. So we're trying to do it again. And it really allowed me to just look at myself in the mirror and really just accept, like, okay, sometimes things aren't going your way. Sometimes You have bad days, good days. But when you go to the gym, or when I go to the gym personally, I feel motivated again. And that's all I needed. That's all I need. What's funny though is I went back to the gym because I was thinking of texting thou that shall not be named, and I was so close to doing it. Like I think I had wrote it down. Like I wrote what I was gonna say, and I was about to press send, and I just knew it was gonna be a bad idea because I wasn't in a place mentally where I wanted to be before I hit up that person. So I was like, let me go to the gym. Like, let me drop everything. I haven't eaten today. Let me just go to the gym, work out. If I still want to do this, still want to press send, then I'll press send. But like, I need to think of something else. And so I went to the gym. I felt much better. Came back motivated, and I felt really good. And I can't really say that that's something that, you can do yourself. Maybe you have different ways of coping. Maybe you have different ways of trusting yourself. Maybe you have different ways of being you, and that's fine. You should just do it. Do what you really can do. Don't, this is what I think a lot of people think when they look at me is they're like, wow, he must be over his head. He must be so anxious for the next day, or anxiety must be like eating at him. I think this is what I think. I don't know what people think about me, right? I don't know exactly what it is. But I just know like there's something that's dragging me towards creativity and creating, that I know what I'm doing is good, right? And I don't fear it. I don't fear what I create, or I don't fear the backlash, or even the lesser viewings or something like that. I kind of like accept it and embrace it. And I know that, okay, too bad. Like this week wasn't that good, or I don't know, but I still do it, and I guess even quitting my job was like, I can do this. And I didn't have a shred of doubt. I don't know why. I was scared, definitely scared, but I wasn't doubtful. I was just like, yeah, I can do this. I can totally do this. And for the way things are looking right now, I'm doing it. I'm doing something. Something's happening. I don't know if it's but I'm doing something. And I'm really content with it. I'm really happy with it. Every day is feeling really good. Last week was a little harder than the previous weeks, but there are going to be days like that. You just have to trust yourself, trust someone's going to trust in you, believe in yourself as much as you can. And, just try and keep on trying. And if it really doesn't work out, you have to think of something else. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I want to, but my eggs have to be put in different places. I just have to accept it. Like I can't risk putting everything in one place without knowing that there's other opportunities that I can seek, There's more doors that are always open at all times. It just depends which door you choose to leave open. Because you could close all of them and, do nothing. Or you could, try and open one, check what's happening. Genuinely trust yourself. Oh, we're nearing the 30-minute mark. That's really cool. That was fast. I didn't get a lot of feedback from last episode. I think because it was so bleak. But I know that the people that listen to it, my day ones, I respect you. Thank you very much. I was consistent. Hey, 2 episodes in a row. That's crazy. I hope I can do it again. I'm kidding. I'll do it again. We got 2 more episodes guaranteed these coming weeks. And this is season 2. So I don't know if you noticed, this episode was kind of different definitely different from last episode, but kind of different from the whole scheme of the last season. Is I'm trying to really drive the conversation. I'm really trying to talk to you guys. I'm trying to talk to myself as well. And I'm trying to, just live in the moment, kind of. I don't think I have a lot much to add. Next episode is going to be after the advert, so I'll tell you all about it. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Peace. Oh shit, I have to wait for like 5 seconds. Pose.